What's up, everybody on YouTube and whoever else is following this vlog? I just completed week 5 of my Achilles tendon rupture recovery, non-operative, non-surgical. Still got the big old robotic foot, my moon boot, but everything's going really well. I actually had an appointment with my podiatric surgeon who's following me along for this recovery process, and he gave me a once-over at the appointment, and he said he couldn't be happier with how my recovery is going. The Achilles tendon is attached, and it's a little thick, but it seems like it's doing really well. So he said he couldn't be happier with how the recovery is going. Keep doing what I'm doing and report back to him in 4 to 6 weeks. So it's definitely reassuring to know that my recovery is going pretty much according to plan. Feels really good that he sees these kind of injuries day in, day out, all the time. Has done many surgeries, and he says he's really pleased with how the recovery is going. So gives me confidence that it's going along the right path. A big note to make now and to celebrate is on week 4, on the week 4 anniversary, or snap-iversary, as people like to call the Achilles rupture. I had my wife do the Thompson test on my injured calf, and it moved. My foot, it moved, which was really exciting. So my lay down flat, have your feet just kind of dangling nice and soft and loose, and squeeze your calf muscle, and my toes lifted. So the Thompson test was negative, which means that my calf did, at squeeze, did move my foot, which means the Achilles is functioning in some sort of way it's like it's supposed to. It didn't move like my healthy foot moves when you squeeze my calf, but the fact that it moved at all was super important for me. It was a kind of 6 to 8 week goal that if I wasn't having that Thompson test, where it moved my foot, I was going to really consider having surgery because I wasn't healing like I had planned. But at week 4, it produced a movement, and it has been since. So that was super encouraging. It means I'm progressing really well along my recovery timeline. So that was a huge hurdle for me. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I am down to 2 centimeters of wedge in my boot. So just kind of doing, use the cane for 2 days every time I decrease a centimeter wedge, just to kind of, it's a little difficult. The drop from 3 centimeters to 2 centimeters, I definitely felt, not like pain, but it was noticeable. I felt the Achilles being utilized more than before. So I use the cane for any kind of distance more than 50 feet, and just to kind of give it a little break. And then after the 2 days, I went no cane, and all's good. Going up and down stairs, 1 foot, nice and slow. I do stairs like a normal person would, just much more cautiously, but I'm not doing 1 step then meeting the other foot. I'm doing 1 step, like this, and same way on the way down. So just kind of rolling the knee forward and making sure the Achilles isn't stretched, but it's going well. The only problem I've had in the last couple weeks, major problem, was actually on the day I took my last video. I went to take out my cat litter because my wife is pregnant, and pregnant women are not supposed to do that. And somehow, I have no idea how, but I was opening a door and I hyperextended my injured leg knee and kind of rocked back and counterbalanced by leaning forward, which put quite the strain on my Achilles, even in the boot. A lot of pain. Immediately just kind of dropped the bag and went and sat down. Had significant pain for about an hour or 2 that lasted. This was in the evening. It lasted till about 2 or 3 the next day, where I kind of ached, and then after that it went away. So probably a teeny bit of damage, frustrating, but it went away, and I was able to bounce right back into my normal recovery. I've still been hitting the exercise bike very consistently, 3-4 times a week, doing my kind of Tabata, 12-minute Tabatas or intervals, and just getting the leg pump, getting my quads, hamstrings, glutes, getting the blood flow to the Achilles and the calf. I think that's going really well. My calf raises, you know, if I put weight on my knee here, excuse this for a second, I can definitely, you know, when I'm sitting like this without the boot, I can lift my Achilles really well. So in the seated bent knee position, that means my soleus is firing, and it's firing really well. Get a lot of movement, a lot of flex through the soleus. I don't do it so that it strains the Achilles at all, but it's definitely firing. When I do the straight-legged ones, like this without the boot, but you kind of see it in the boot. My gastroc, the bigger superficial muscle, is firing. Not nearly as much as my soleus does, but it is firing, so that's encouraging too. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Not a lot's changing. I'm doing the same exercises as before. I'm gonna continue doing the same exercises. I'm down to 2 centimeters of wedge. Plan is to do that for a week and then go to 1 centimeter and then neutral, so I'm not gonna rush it. Just if it's feeling good, I'm gonna progress and continue to do that. So nothing huge. Oh, I did try to sleep without the boot one night, and while I think I would be totally fine to do so, I had too much anxiety, and I couldn't sleep. So I was super nervous about it. So I ended up, after like 3 hours of not sleeping at all, putting the boot on, and then I slept fine. So I've now flipped to the other side of I can't sleep without the boot, and it's probably a mental fear thing, and that's fine. I'm just gonna try again in 2 weeks and see if I can sleep without the boot. I don't think it's any need for me to sleep with it at this point. I did put some KT tape on to kind of give a little stretch to keep it at a plantar flexion, which I don't think is necessary, but it's also a reminder that it's there. So soon enough, I'll try to sleep without the boot, and but I tried it once and it didn't work out for me. So soon we'll make that progress. But overall, this week 5 update is just a huge, big wins. I think, progressing down in the wedges. I had the Thompson test be negative, which means my foot did move when you squeeze my calf. And also the surgeon, he saw me and said, hey, you're healing great. So whatever you're doing, continue doing it and keep going. So now the plan is just to continue what I'm doing, keep pushing it a little bit at a time, and just not do too much, because too much is the worst case scenario of re-rupture. So just progressively keep loading it in a really safe, slow, but progressive manner, and keep those wins coming. Keep getting the harder parts behind me, and hopefully get into a shoe by, I guess my mental goal is by mid-February, maybe March. I don't know what I'll do at work or not, but at least part-time. So send another update maybe in another 2 weeks. Hope everyone is having a great start to their 2020. Take care.